YouTube! Oh gosh, voice crack. Hey YouTube! My name is RoqueSox and welcome to my channel. So, it has been 10 months since I started cosplaying. And when I say started cosplaying, I mean it's been about 10 months since the day I woke up and had the mannequin-juiced idea of I want to be Jiro Kyoka today. Not even joking, that is how I started cosplaying. So yeah, since then I now have 4 different looks for Jiro, one of which is very similar to the first one I started with, and also cosplay a lot of other characters as well. And in my time cosplaying, I've learned a lot about it, and I just kind of wanted to make a video sharing that with you guys. So yeah, here are 10 things I learned in 10 months of cosplaying. Number 1, there is nothing wrong with closet cosplays. I used to be very insecure about this because this is the most canon looking thing I own, and I was very insecure about doing anything with just my own clothes and stuff. But as it turns out, most people are actually doing that. You do not need a canon looking outfit to cosplay. My biggest insecurity used to be not having wigs, but that doesn't really matter either. A lot of people don't use wigs either because they can't get one, they can't afford one, or they just don't want to. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. As for me, when I started, these were my wigs. Actually, if I ever do Katsuki and Kirishima again, this is what I'm using, and this was what I was using before I had my dainty wig. Just a yellow cap I drew a little lightning bolt on. They perfectly acceptable. You literally just need to throw together an outfit and say, this is this character, and that's it. You're a cosplayer. Number 2, you do not necessarily need to portray a character according to canon. Fanon is a very real thing, and it's what most people are doing. You can cosplay a character any way you want. You can give them a different personality trait, you can gender bend them, literally you can do anything you want with the character, and honestly, it's just really fun to see different people portraying the same character in a different way. Honestly, it would probably get really boring if every single cosplayer cosplayed a character in the exact same way. Number 3, you can cosplay anyone, irrespective of your age, your height, your body size, your gender, your race, your whatever. If you want to cosplay a character, you can cosplay them. And anyone who tells you that you cannot cosplay a certain character for some or other reason can go shove it. Speaking of people who can go shove it, in anything there's going to be a toxic group of people. Seriously, just ignore them. It is for some reason a trend to hate on cosplayers. Like, seriously, just ignore them. They're not even directly attacking you. They are just saying hateful things because in some way or the other they think that that makes them cool or whatever. Seriously, don't even try to call them out on their nonsense. Just block them. You have the option to do this online. Block them. You don't need that in your life. You can also report these people, but that doesn't always work, so just block them. On the flip side to that, the actual cosplay community for the most part is one of the nicest, most accepting communities you will ever come across. Like, I kid you not, people are so welcoming and open-minded, and it is so easy to make friends with other cosplayers. Like, it's impossible not to. People are just so nice. Now yes, there are going to be isolated cases of like drama and whatever. That happens everywhere. But for the most part, the cosplay community is so nice and so welcoming. Like, it's amazing. Number 6, original characters are very cool and very much welcome in the cosplay community. Seriously, if you have imagined yourself in a work of fiction and have an idea for a character, bring them to life in a cosplay, okay? Most of us love that. Number 7, do not try to replicate someone else's cosplay. Like, it's one thing if you're inspired by someone else's cosplay, but trying to completely recreate that, don't do it. One of the best things about cosplay, I think I mentioned this earlier with like point 2 or something, is that it's fun to see different versions of the same character. So yeah, make the character your own. Don't try to copy what someone else is doing with it because you think it's going to do well. Like, even if you really like it, make the character your own. I cannot emphasize this enough. I thought of something, and I don't know if it's going to sound right once it's out of my head, but I'm just going to say it anyway. You need to be genuine in the way that you portray a character. Again, it doesn't need to be canon necessarily, just It needs to be your version of it. Number 8, this is a relatively new one that I learned. Apparently it's a thing where some people feel like their cosplay isn't really great if they're not making all of the props themselves. It's totally okay to buy things. Not all of us are creative geniuses when it comes to actually making things. Whether you make things or buy them is irrelevant. Cosplay is not about how you put the look together, it's about what you do with it. Number 9, and this is a kind of random sounding one. Take pictures. Now I'm the kind of person who does not do pictures. However, I have made it a rule that every time I get into cosplay, I need to take at least 1 picture, or in my case 3 because I have my phone set that way, so it takes 3 pictures. But yeah, I try to get at least 1 good picture from every time I get into cosplay. Because number 1, I feel like it helps you to get more in character if you're trying to figure out how to pose like them. Number 2, it just makes for good memories. And number 3, you get to see how far you've come as you progress as a cosplayer. Also, just as a side note, I don't know if this is just a me thing, but like it's really nice when you post pictures of your cosplay on Instagram and your friends are like, that looks so cool. Like I said, the cosplay community is really nice. So even if you feel insecure about how you look, there are going to be people out there who are going to compliment you. And like, it's a nice feeling, okay? Especially if you're insecure about your meat suit. For the record, that is one of the reasons why I Kinjiro. That may be a future video. We'll see. And thing number 10, which I feel is definitely the most important, you should be cosplaying for your own enjoyment, nothing else. Now, of course, that might seem obvious, but the reason why I feel like I should mention this is because I know a lot of people who tend to get burnout from being a cosplayer. So yeah, don't push yourself. Even if you have a lot of fun cosplaying a character, if you don't feel like doing it, don't do it. It should be something fun and enjoyable. So yeah, don't push yourself too hard. And again, your cosplay doesn't have to be perfect. Even if you're just using hats as wigs, if you are having fun making content, that is all that matters with cosplay. So yeah, those are my 10 things that I've learned in 10 months of being a cosplayer. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to be learning more things as I go along. Maybe I'll do a sequel to this video eventually. Who knows? So yeah, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if this video somehow inspired you to start cosplaying, let me know, and you post videos on Instagram, tag me in them because I want to see them. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you did, be sure to like this video, share it if you think someone else will enjoy it, and if you're new and want to see more of me and any of the other characters I might have making videos on this channel, be sure to hit subscribe and book the bell. Also, if you want to see more cosplay content from me, you can head over to my social medias, all of which are linked down in the description. Although you're really only going to see cosplay stuff on TikTok and Instagram, but anyways, I have other things. Follow me. It's free. Anyways, thank you for watching, and until the next video, you just keep rocking.